Good morning. Good morning. Enjoying the rain. Just gently draw the breath in from back up in here at the back of where the sinuses meet the throat, and drink them in like you're drinking a milkshake through a straw. There's a pull that happens, but it's not the external body pulling and collapsing. Instead, lovely rain, feeling it on my skin as I breathe slowly in until I feel my back ribs stretched and between my shoulder blades expanded. And then exhaling, feeling my abdominals hug me until there's a slight firmness in the belly. And then again. The rain droplets just remind me to let it all wash away with my breath. So that as I exhale, I am letting go of all weight and concern. My shoulders relaxing down, and my neck growing long, not by lifting my chin, but because it's as if my head floats up with the weightlessness of reduced stress. Just continuing to breathe. Let your spine be long, which actually means there's a slight curve in the back in the shoulder blades, and forward into the neck. So the tailbone here, the waist goes in a bit, and then the upper ribs and shoulders, and then in again for that deep curve that's natural in the neck. They call it an S curve. So you have a natural curve in your spine. And so you're seated, not back onto the tailbone, but a little forward, pulling with the lower abdominals. You're pulling your waist slightly forward and sustaining that strength in order to have a natural position in which your vertebrae are stacked up. The heaviest is the sacrum. The tailbone, the sacral spine, is heavier and thicker and dense. And so that naturally pulls down into gravity. And if you put that natural curve in the spine by, again, pulling forward in the belly, so that instead of your tailbone on the ground, you feel those two little pokey bones on the bottom of your bottom. They're called the ischium. And you feel those into your mat or chair or floor. And that is where you find a naturally aligned spine. And you can breathe. And as you do, you're inhaling, drinking in the energy, the breath. And I love when I feel the breeze across my skin as well. And then as you exhale, you're exhaling anything that you no longer need. A lot of times we perceive that if we let go of something painful, it's going to somehow negatively affect those around us. But actually, things that you don't need anymore are not inherently negative. The elements of the earth are what they are. And when we let go of something, it is no longer defined by our perception of it. When we let go of something even that is stressful or painful to us, It's no longer defined by that stress, that pain, which is a burden of carrying something which is no longer something that you need or benefit by. So as you're breathing, as you exhale, exhale all that you no longer need and let it roll away into its individual elements and soak into the ground in your imagination. And thusly, instead of hoarding the elements that are necessary to have abundance for others, all of those things which you don't need are released, and we all have everything we need created for us here in the universe. The question is, are we holding on to things we don't need, rather than taking that which meets us that we do need? Like that. Let your scalp relax beneath your hair and your shoulders soften down. Let your heart feel open. You do not need to hide and guard your heart, for here it can be open to the heavens and to your own self-care. If as you do this you feel an awareness here, this is the third eye. Straight back from here is the pineal gland, an amazing part of the anatomy, which rests upon this little loop of connective tissue called fascia. That loop upon which the pineal gland sits, the pineal gland is often called the third eye. That loop connects to and is part of the dura, arachnoid, and pia mater of the spinal cord and the spinal column, the lining, the sheath. And so it has an amazing effect on the entire body. If you are relaxing the heart open, the neck long, and relaxing the scalp beneath your hair, and you feel this awareness here, imagine that that is where you are seeing from. Not really looking to see anything as you do with your eyes, but just letting your attention be centered there. Relax your legs. Relax your arms. Feel a softening with your breath. I love it. Feel a softening with your breath. A softening in your spine. Your hips relaxing, your legs relaxing, and just your belly pulling you forward into that natural S curve. As if you were seeing through your third eye. Not looking to see the details of the world around you, but just to have your awareness there. You do not need to hold in any of your breath. We're letting things go completely so that they dissolve into their elements, and abundance is liberated from our holding on to what we no longer need. And in this, you can know that you can exhale completely because just like every other time that you have done it in your life, likely every time since you're here, I'm almost certain that every time in your life you have fully let go of your breath, there was another one created before you ever needed it, waiting right at the tip of your nose before you wanted to inhale, before you drew your breath. And so trust that the universe has and will provide for you, has provided and will provide for you. Every breath that you take, drink it in completely with the gratitude of this abundance. We may lack our desires, but we certainly have our ultimate primary needs. And with practice of respecting ourselves and that, the value which we hold, then even our desires may be met, because we will meet them ourselves and provide for ourselves and those we love without hesitation or fear of lack. If you would like, a mudra that can be very helpful to the hips is just touching the fourth finger to the thumb. Very simple, not really studying mudras or getting complex and advanced with that today. But it can very much help the hips, and take a few moments with that awareness, breathing while touching the thumb and the fourth finger on each hand. Now I'm just switching to my third finger, allowing my meridians, just the electrical, simple electrical meridians in my body, to have that focus on this connection here. I love the rain. It feels so good. And now the thumb to the first finger. Each droplet running down, coursing down my skin, like a shower at the end of the day, washes away my cares, concerns, and nerve stresses, and I can just let them run away into the earth, not as stresses, just as raw elements of all that is and is needed. And now I take my hand to my belly and my other hand to the back of my neck. Breathing, feeling these two places. My neck feels ready to be longer. My belly feels soothed. Taking one arm up and behind you, tuck the elbow behind the head, and gently press back. This arm is coming up behind you, and I'm going to look for my fingertips. A lot of you are not going to be able to reach your fingertips one hand to the other, and that's okay. If you need to, you can drop a towel or your tie from work or a scarf down the back with the top hand and grab it with the bottom hand. So now I'm going to let my head forward, slowly undo that. I like to go around like this, not to be fancy, but because it feels good and helps complete. So this arm's going behind, this arm's going back here to pat inside my shoulder blades, and I find my fingertips, gently lengthening the spine against the support of my arms. The water running down my skin, washing away the day just like a wonderful shower can wash away your cares and stresses in your nervous system. And slowly slipping the fingers, trying not to be too sudden, I bring them apart. And finally reaching up as tall as you can. Feel those two ischium bones, not your tailbone, your two ischium bones, and reach up as tall as you can. And then stretch out, back, and down. Good. And one last really helpful thing. Extend one leg out to the side and lean out over that leg, taking the weight from the center over this hip. And as I look up, I don't lift my ribs, I lean into the stretch. The raindrops feel so good. And then I just take the same thing on the other side. So I extend this leg out and lean over to this side. Remember, putting the weight on just this ischium. So this hip is on the ground, but the weight's not on it. The weight's here, and into the rain I can reach, stretching. And just continuing to breathe, I want to show you one last wonderful thing. My view. When I look up, this is what I see. It's so beautiful. The mesquite branches. So thank you for joining me for a rain meditation. I was telling you guys how much I love the rain and that I would love to do it, but I would destroy my camera. And guess what? It was my beautiful 10-year-old who found me what she would call a life hack and I would call a solution. Thanks, guys.